Hey guys, I know I said I wasn't going to do any videos with my shirt off, but you know what? It's so nice out here that I had to take my shirt off. I'll tell you why. Did you know that sunlight can help you lose weight? Yes, it can. Look it up. If you're stressed out, if you have a lot of cortisol in your system, sunlight can help you reduce your cortisol and help you lose weight. Obesity is hormonal, kids. It's a hormonal problem. It's not just calories in, calories out. That plays a factor in it, no doubt. But there's other factors. And insulin and cortisol play a significant role in weight gain. So I'm out here, not that I've really been stressed, but just because I want to enjoy the sunshine. You know what I'm talking about? I'm out here behind my house, actually. And what you see behind me here is the Intracoastal Waterway. I believe it runs from Maine to Florida. It runs the whole east coast of the United States. And it was built as a way to protect small craft from the ocean. So the ocean is right on the other side of what you see there across the waterway. Sometimes boats go by. In fact, all summer long boats go by. And then if I turn this way, you can kind of see some of the homes here that are up against this salt marsh, and mine is back there behind the trees back there. But it's just a beautiful day. I want to get out here and get some sunshine. It's been a great day. It's a feed day today, so I've eaten well and feel good. Got some good exercise today, and enjoyed going for a walk with a weighted pack. I found some new trails. That's what I love about walking and running. Getting outside is you always discover and like explore. You can explore wherever you're at. You can just find so many new places, and so I love doing that. And I even tried today, like I kept the weight pack on my rucksack. I kept it on while I was lifting weights, and I did squats with it, and I did push-ups with it, and just kind of kept it fresh and increased the intensity and kind of challenged myself a little more. So I've been having a great day. But I wanted to answer a question here from JB. And JB says, okay, I think I'm going to take the plunge and start this diet. I want to consume no calories on the fast days, however. I'm steadily reaching the 200 pounds. JB, what do you mean, man? You're reaching the 200 pounds. I'm assuming you mean the 200 pound mark. And I'm not able to count calories. And again, I don't know why you're not able to count calories. Maybe it's just some people just don't like to count calories, and I'm one of them. So if that's you, no judgment here. But JB asks, do you think not consuming any calories is setting me up for failure? Can you even get the same benefits fasting for that long every other day? Okay, good question, and I want to answer it fairly and try to do it as much as I can. Remember, I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a biologist, I'm just a fat guy. But here's what I would tell you, JB. If I could start over, I jumped into ADF kind of just, I watched a few videos about it, and I did a little bit of reading about it, and I just jumped into it. And I did the research about ADF later. Yes, that's a trend for me, to just jump into things and find it and ask questions later. So what I would suggest, if I had, well, I'm not going to suggest anything to you, but what I would do over again, if I had to do over again, I would start with IF, intermittent fasting. I would start by seeing how IF could help me. And that's where you eat in a certain time window. So you eat in, some people do it in they fast for 16 hours and they have an 8-hour eating window. And then some more extreme people that, maybe go 20-hour fast and eat in a 4-hour eating window. You don't have to restrict your calories whatsoever. You don't have to count calories. And people lose weight doing that. And it's especially good for bodybuilders, lean gains, people that are trying to lose weight and also maintain their muscle. There's nothing wrong with that. I jumped into ADF because it seemed like the way that would be fastest for me to lose weight. And I needed to lose weight for medical reasons, you know, for pressing medical reasons because I was having trouble breathing. So, but, you know, I maybe would have given IF a shot if I had known about it and if I had been aware of what it was. And I sort of looked into some things, but really, honestly, when I read about alternate day fasting, I just took off with it. I thought I can do that. I want to do that. It could work for me. And, you know, and it has, obviously. I actually weighed myself this morning. I was 267.6. That's the lowest I've been in several years. This is definitely the lowest weight I've had in ADF. And I've lost over 45 pounds in less than 10 weeks. Over 45 pounds. Now, some of that is because I just came off a 60-hour fast thanks to my girl, Cy K. She inspired me. I did a 60-hour fast. And then yesterday I had a feed day, or 2 days ago I had a feed day, and then I didn't eat a whole lot. I didn't overeat. I didn't gorge, you know, and gorge myself like a fat tick. I just ate normally. And then I fasted yesterday, and today's a feed day. So, you know, I've probably lost a little more weight just because when I think back on it, I fasted 3 days out of 4 up until today. So, you know, you're going to lose weight if you do something like that. But, you know, I just jumped on ADF. I just thought I can do that, I can work with that, and I can see where I go from there. But if you're not used to fasting, JB, going with no calories, 0 cal, is going to be tough. I just want you to understand that. It's not going to be an easy situation for you to do that. The way I started ADF, I kind of eased into it. I've eased into it, and I've sort of like keep challenging myself. I keep stretching the limits, I guess you could say. But for example, I started out kind of spreading out my 500 calories a day on my fast days. So like I would eat a pickle, I would have some yogurt, I would have, you know, my calories throughout the day. And then I got to the point where I was just having my low calorie meal at night, and that was generally a salad. Almost every time it was a salad, because salad is, you know, you eat those raw vegetables, they're nutrient dense, and you can eat a lot of them, and you know, it fills you up. It's great. A lot of times I was at 350 or 400 calories, and I even tweaked it to where I didn't need salad dressing, right? So like I would add like a half a cup or even a whole cup of cottage cheese and like some salsa and hot sauce, and I didn't need salad dressing because it was creamy. So I was eating under 500 calories. And then I went to the 0 calorie. Then I said, well, let me see what it's like, you know, to go to 0 calorie and just see how my body handles it. And, you know, and then, you know, it just keeps getting longer. Today I went 40 hours before I started eating. It was 11 o'clock in the morning before I really started eating anything. And so I didn't just jump into it like, you know, willy-nilly and go nuts. Hardcore, you know, I'm going to eat 2,000 calories today and nothing tomorrow, and I'm going to do this for 6 months and see what happens. So that's the only caveat I'd say, you know, just be careful. You know, it can be hard if you're not used to fasting, which I don't know from your comment if you're used to fasting at all. If you're not, take it easy, dude. That's the only way you can set yourself up for failure. The actual truth about, you know, your question was, would 0 calories set you up for failure? I don't think it will. Because there's research that shows that people who eat the 500 calorie meal and people who go 0 calories have similar results, okay? So you just need to figure out, I mean, it's an experimentation. You need to figure out what works for you. If you go, you know, if you skip that if you go skip that low calorie meal and you're just like stuffing your face the next day and eating every donut and packing everything in your butt, you know, sausages and bacon and eggs, and you can't stop eating food, then slow your roll and go ahead and eat that 500 calorie meal, because that can kind of take the edge off. And that's the point. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can do ADF and fasting in general that you just need to experiment and find out what works for you. And that's basically what I'd have to say. You know, start out small, go slow, have smaller expectations. Don't think I need to be like alternate day faster. I need to be like Steve on that channel and lose 45 pounds in less than 10 weeks. Because I tend to just jump into things, but let me assure you of this. I am listening to my body. If at any point in this process I had been in any pain or hungry or had symptoms that I thought were severe or that needed to be dealt with, I would have backed off and I would have looked at a different approach. Now, and that doesn't mean that I ran from every hunger pang or that I, you know, busted the fast just because I ran into something that was troublesome or challenging. But I did listen to my body, and that's what I'm learning. And that's the beauty of ADF and fasting in general. You can learn how to listen to your body, and you can learn, and that's the goal. You know, the goal is not just to lose weight for me. The goal is not just to lose weight. It is to be healthier and to make a change and make lifestyle changes that I can do the rest of my life. So I'm trying to be a healthier person. I'm trying to have a different relationship with food. Not so much just lose weight. If I was just obsessed with losing weight, I'd be starving myself like an anorexic or going in the bathroom and vomiting every time I eat just because I'm worried about, you know, gaining weight like a bulimic does. So, all that being said, all my warnings being said that, you know, start slow. The benefits may be the same either way, whether you do 0 calories on your down days or whether you do a 500 calorie meal. They may be very much the same. I will say that I've been doing, personally, true ADF. I've been doing it for 3 weeks, and that means I've been eating 0 calories on my fast days. And to be honest with you, to me, it's easier, it's less to think about. I don't have to worry about putting the elements together for my salad. You know, I just go through the day, I drink my water, I drink my seltzer water, I drink my black coffee, and I don't think about food really. And I like that about it. I like the 0 calorie days. But that might not be for everybody, and it might not be for you. So you just have to listen to your body and figure out. It's all about experimentation. It's all about figuring what you can handle and what you can do long term. So if you get into it and you're just like, I just can't do this, I need to eat something, don't eat and don't feel guilty about it. You know, figure out where your calories are at. Use MyFitnessPal, use a different calorie counter, and figure out where it's at. If you need a light meal, go ahead and have it, and don't feel guilty about it. You know, the point is you're making changes, and the way it worked out for me, I'm not saying I'll do this for you, but the way it worked out for me is that as I made those changes, the stretching and the expansion of ADF became easier as I went. So just keep challenging yourself. You know, figure out what you can do now and then stretch it later. You know, as your body gets used to it, don't jolt yourself. So I appreciate the question, JB. Anyone out there who's got a question for me, who's watching this channel, who's curious about fasting or ADF or any of the symptoms or things they're going through, I appreciate all your questions and your comments. And eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we fast.